about, I guess 4 years ago now. When we originally got her, she was an open bridge deck, so just the holes and a trampoline between. And myself and my partner in the boat, Michael, who's now selling his share, sailed her like that for about half a season to get the feel of her and see what we wanted to do. But even before we got her, we had the idea of putting a cabin on to make her a bit more comfortable. It was just a question of figuring out exactly how to do it. So we got together with Simon and Daz at the end of the season, drew up some plans, and through to, I guess, late spring, early summer, we got the bridge deck put on and a few other modifications done, like going to twin outboards for the auxiliary power. And from there we launched her and took her up to the Southampton show that year. Didn't get a tremendous amount of sailing done at the back end of that year, and then the following year got into sort of a full programme of sailing. And this year our main outing was down to the Scillies for the Passab. Took a few days beforehand and a few days after to make a little cruise down to Penzance and back from Penzance for the start and finish. This coming season, probably the main thing, we're going to do the Tribuden race again, and then spend a few days cruising up towards the Cherbourg Peninsula, and then hop across to the Solent to do the Round the Island race and the Mockra Nationals, and then cruise back from there. So that'll be I guess 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how quickly we cruise back.
Could you tell me a little bit about how it has worked with your current partner and how you anticipate that it might work?
The arrangement's been very sort of informal. I work offshore, so I generally do 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off. I generally had priority in my time at home, but didn't sail her the entire time, obviously. And we often did quite a few events together. In the weekends we weren't racing and so on, then it's family cruising up and down the West Country. So yeah, it's been an informal arrangement, but it's worked, really well. And it's obviously great over the winter to have 2 people doing the jobs to, anti-foul a hull each sort of thing.
Are you happy to continue with an informal arrangement, but if somebody perhaps was interested in something more formal, would you be willing to discuss that with them?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's the informal ones work really well, but open to all sort of possibilities for ways of organising things. I'm quite an experienced sailor. I've been dinghy sailing since I was a wee small boy, and yachting for a little while after that, and had some multi-hull experience before coming to Easy Tiger. I started out with a Strider, and then was in a partnership with Michael and another chap in a Dragonfly 920, and then when the other chap health deteriorated a bit, we dissolved that partnership and Michael and I got Easy Tiger. Yeah, I'm a yacht master offshore, so I've got a few bits of paper as well as the practical experience. I guess my interest's pretty much 50-50 between racing and cruising. Michael certainly was more of a cruising sailor initially, but got quite enthused by the racing and has done a reasonable amount now. So I guess someone with a bit of an interest in racing would be nice, though obviously it's not essential. And obviously a bit of multi-hull experience as well, I suppose, because it's I won't say it's a difficult boat to sail, but you need a little bit of experience certainly to get the best out of it. She's a pretty dry boat as well, and very sort of sea kindly. I mean, that's one of the nice things about sailing a multi, obviously, is you going along pretty much upright and your cup of tea stays on the table. Michael's got some young grandkids, and he wanted something with a few more creature comforts, heating and showers and that sort of thing, to do a bit more of extended cruising. So he's gone to the dark side and got himself a monohull. And she's a fantastic boat to sail, and it'd be great to get a new partner to share it with.